we are still on the transfers. The Italians are doing anyhow. They are treating Africans anyhow.
Sabubu, don't be angry now.
But they're not spending money. That's the problem.
That's the funny part.
African Footballer of the Year.
And past
African Footballer of the Year.
They collect for their
They are
hand.
drawing their tail. But thank God that Galatasaray could muscle the money and pay for Osimhen's transfer. 75
in the league history.
75 million euros. That is the most expensive player in Turkey and that region.
Yes.
He deserves it.
And he deserves it. Now, the problem with the Turkish league is Osimhen will need to score 1.5 more goals compared to every other person in Europe to win the European Golden Shoe because of the coefficients of the Turkish league. But with what he achieved last season is awesome. Now, the African Player of the Year, Demola Lookman, is supposed to be on his way to Milan. But they seized him back at Bergamo.
Seized his passport.
And his passport.
You know, we have to be very careful with that Ademola Lookman's case. I was reading something on it, and I think that probably there's a clause or something, or probably a gentleman agreement that they will not go to a rival.
How many gentleman agreements did they bond for league?
Now, talking about gentleman agreements.
Okay.
Now, there was a gentleman agreement for Osimhen.
Now,
so another person with gentleman agreement, don't they laugh? Now, I'm talking about gentleman agreements. There was a gentleman agreement for Osimhen to leave if a big club came in to bid for him. From last season, they had already reneged on that agreement. They ended up bundling him to a Turkish league. No disrespect to Galatasaray.
Did they bundle him, or he looked? I think Osimhen looked at his options.
No. Let me tell you something. Why I say they bundled him. Okay. There were teams that came in for Osimhen earlier in the past windows, which they rebuffed those moves. They wanted more money. They accepted bids from they accepted bids from Saudi Arabia for Victor Osimhen, one of the top 3 strikers in the world.
Well, yeah, I understand what you're saying, but you know, this window, it was only one team that genuinely wanted to buy Osimhen.
What team was that?
It was Juventus. But Napoli were not willing to sell to a rival.
Which is the same case with Ademola Lookman.
You understand what I'm saying? Now, remember that his contract is less than
a year.
A year to go.
2026.
And Osimhen would have run down his contract if he wanted to. Osimhen went to Galatasaray because of the way he was treated by them last season. You understand? If not, you know why? Because if they didn't give him the reception he had, he would have sat down, run down his contract, and gone to Juventus easily.
I think it's not even about the reception per se. Victor needs to play. He needs to play on the bigger. He needs to be in the shop window. That's just what he needs. But I'm not concerned with Galatasaray right now. What I'm concerned with is what's going on in Italy with African players. These are world-class players.
I want to be very careful. Okay, first of all, I'd like us to say this so that we don't generalize.
Yes.
I think individuals sometimes give a negative perception about a tribe or a people.
Or a group of people.
Exactly. So I'll give you another example. Arsenal Sporting's case with Gyökeres, for instance. Those were individual presidents and how tight-fisted that they are. We need that clearing that here. This is not an attack on anybody in Italy or anything. Yeah. I just think that they are businessmen who are very shrewd and cunning in the likes of the president, and they don't want those players to leave. Plus, when you look at Osimhen's case, a lot of people were asking, why aren't big clubs in the Premiership bidding for him? Nobody wants to enter into that kind of bidding war with a Napoli president, with what they've seen the previous season. If Osimhen had not come out to speak about his experiences, a lot of us were blaming him. Oh, he likes money too much. He doesn't want to take a pay cut. He doesn't want to do this.
But why would they want to? Why would?
Let's even leave the fact that he doesn't. Let's leave the pay cut fact. The fact is that when you start to negotiate with a president like that, who says, "Look, I'm not interested in you. I'm interested in selling this player to Saudi. Yeah. You can give them any condition that they want and they can meet." Then you know that there's a problem already. So, like you said, I love the fact that Osimhen made up his mind to go back to Gala.
Yeah.
They're first of all going to play in the Champions League. I don't know whether they would advance or not, but Osimhen, bearing injuries, would prove himself.
And then his mentality will actually be different.
And it's going back to a place where, look, Osimhen is everything. People are giving testimonies about how they got better reception because Victor Osimhen played in Turkey.
Okay.
And then he's going there. He's got the love. He's got the fan.
Yeah.
And then hopefully the team can also build and do better. It will be massive if they get to retain the league. And it is also prominent. I'm praying that
they want the cup double for
it's not just
so he's in good hands. He's in good hands, and they are playing in Champions League, not Europa or Workshop.
And I think he plays better.
Okay.
And I think he plays better when he has the support of the fan.
Yeah.
You know, remember when he was scoring banging goals for Napoli?
There was a fan.
They were calling like OC. Yeah. You know that fan base was.
Yeah.
But then when they were not having issues, I don't know.
Is he admin from that? His issues at Napoli started from that penalty miss, and the admin coming to put that post about coconut head, and
so now I know you were trying to be very diplomatic about this, but this is a trend that has been reoccurring, not just for the likes of Osimhen. Even other players in the league have suffered. Do you understand? Now, these are players that led their teams into important titles. Osimhen was the protagonist of Napoli's Scudetto.
And apart from that, there are 3 club owners or presidents that
you don't want to
deal with. Number 1 is the Napoli president. Number 2 is Daniel Levy of Spurs. And the 3rd person is the owner of Sporting Lisbon. Those are the 3 worst people to buy their player. If you look at the tradition of history, there's a precedence that comes with it.
I looked at what Sporting did with was it Tottenham's player, Porro.
They almost frustrated Tottenham.
And then I looked at Gyökeres and I'm like, it's a pattern which would now over time make players be like, okay, so this is where you want to go.
Yeah.
So
when Chelsea signed Koulibaly for Napoli, you saw what he went through.
To be honest, most of the time those clubs they actually sell well. It's once in a while that those things come to the fore, and you kind of feel like when players are hell bent on leaving and blah blah blah. But you get for Gyökeres now, they knew that clubs wanted him. They wanted more money. The guy was eager. The window is still open. They just want their money. But when you want to sell a player, you want to sell him to the worst possible options just to get your money.
That's what the problem
We have
is.
a problem with that.
So,
that's just my own.
Okay, so,
because trying to sell a player in his prime to Saudi by force, like it's by force, this is where you will go. It's crazy. That's my own business.
They collected
that's my own
2
problem.
offers from Saudi. They were the one that posted that fake news that Osimhen had agreed on personal terms, whereby he didn't even speak to anybody.
So that's just my own with the whole Italy saga.
For Ademola,
peace be with all of you, especially when our players
Ademola
leave.
Lookman, he would need to have a heart-to-heart meeting with the Atlanta owners. Why? There is an unwritten gentleman agreement that he won't go to another Italian team. That's just the honest truth. He said it. I didn't even know you've heard that gist. And
we all read when the president came out to say.
Now he's going to a bitter rival. Someone that will shit on top of your head.
but then, how are they treating Ademola at the moment? That's one. Because if you don't treat me well, you don't expect me not to leave.
You don't expect
you don't expect me to leave Juventus and go to Verona.
Okay, I'll say something with the Ademola Lookman's case. I like how when the coach called him the worst penalty taker in the world, there was a bit of positive response from club management and all of that, condemning what the coach said. So they had one up over how Napoli responded to Victor Osimhen. So that settles it.
But don't you think that is a bad PR? They just manage the situation.
Sometimes also, you see, social media guys can be annoying. I've been a social media manager before, and I know what we do just to get traffic.
Okay.
You know, if you especially if you're, I won't call it morality, I call it civility.
Okay.
If you're not civil enough, you do anything just to get traffic.
Yeah, sure.
Especially now that it's paying, it's paying dividends.
Yeah.
However, I think what all of this would do with players is that when it's time to have that agreement, it's no longer going to be a gentleman's agreement.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to renew?
Yeah.
Then let's also put it as part of the clause. Yeah. Because we've seen it with Victor, we've seen it with Ademola Lookman, we've seen it with Gyökeres, we've seen it with Paul and some other players. It will make the players be like, you want me to renew? Because when they also renew contracts, they get a bit of extra wage, their returns increases. Yeah. It's good. But I want this also as part of the clause. You understand? So it's a bit tricky. So but I really want Ademola Lookman, but I would also love if he can look beyond, out of respect for the club, look beyond an Italian club. But then it's also who's coming to bid.
That's also where that is where my mind is right now. You know,
and I think it's also I think has he ruled out a return to the Premiership?
Well, like you said, it's who beats for you now, right?
For now, Inter are the ones that want to buy him. You understand? And apart from Napoli issue, Inter issue, what are the Italian clubs up to? Which players are they buying?
Actually, nothing is happening in that league. So far, so good. They are actually in selling mode. They are actually looking to move on as many players as possible.
Let us go to the creme de la creme of the leagues, the Premiership. Now, as it stands, Liverpool would likely hit 300 million in transfers as it's going. Their nets might be okay because they didn't spend money.
They haven't spent.
They've not spent like.
The owner is telling you to be okay.
I know.
Be careful.
Wait, I'm sorry, owner. We are just trying to analyze the situation in your company, in the sense that they didn't really buy last season. So
yeah.
they had
two, 3 seasons. They were spending minimum money. They bought Alexis McAllister, Szoboszlai, but they didn't spend much.
Goalkeeper, I think 30.
Did you spend 100 in none of those seasons?
30 million. 20 million, 30 million Premiership. Blessing at 80 and then they go pay for the player.
Yes, now. It's like chicken change, transport money.
They go to ATM and play.
We have been prudent.
So as it is,
Nottingham Forest signs for 40 million.
So,
you are saying.
So as it is, there's going to be a little rejigging in the Liverpool squad. I can't wait to see what Liverpool will bring out this season.
Yeah.
I want to see what the whiskey will. Let me see. I want to see how the Premiership will test its physicality. Because that's the first thing the Premiership throws at you. No matter your skills, it's just physicality.
Whiskey.
That whiskey, that we call the whiskey on the show.
Florian Wies.
It's a whiskey. And Liverpool are selling. I now understand why they want to. Liverpool are desperate to sign Isak, but they don't want to show it out. No. It's what they call desperation.
Yes. They are not desperate yet.
They are not.
No, they are desperate in the boardroom.
Do you know why? Let me tell you why they don't look desperate. They already got Ekitike. So no matter what happens, they can start.
They are selling 2 players. Nunes, one has gone to Bayern Munich.
Nunes has gone.
Then the other
Nunes
guy
is at Al Hilal and Diaz is at Bayern Munich
and those
now.
are 2 pivotal
Key attacking players.
That's why I said.
I wouldn't say Nunes is
Please remove Nunes from that core. Where, because if you look at performance of Gapo compared to those 2 that you mentioned, you will not mention that as key.
No, Diaz is a key player.
I'm just saying, like, if you see that
We know you designed the building, but we painted it. So we can still tell you some things about the Liverpool squad. But they are one of the favorites this season.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it. For Man City, they are building gradually and silently. And when they come out, they're going to unleash their madness on the Premiership.
There's something you said about Man City.
Yeah.
And for the first time in a very long time, we're seeing our man, that's Pep Guardiola.
Yeah.
Pep is taking a different approach entirely to transfer.
In his whole career, it has never happened.
He hasn't done that before. He picks up the big names, he spends the big money, but all of a sudden he's saying that I don't want a large squad.
Now,
He wants players that are reliable for him.
Now let's look at something, because we have all looked at the names or the fees, but we are overlooking one thing. Pep Guardiola is a tiki-taka coach, right? Okay. Now let's look at the players he has signed or the signings he has made. The first one for me is Pep Linders. Owner of Liverpool will be very familiar with that name. Pep Linders was Jurgen Klopp's assistant coach.
Yes.
Now, for a manager who looks at controlling the game, you are bringing in a vertical coach.
And
something is happening.
And a coach that, apart from being vertical, a little bit of meta football.
Yes, now that was the man that handled Klopp's training. The daily coaching was handled by Pep Linders. So you're seeing that Pep Guardiola is in another stage of evolution.
Yes.
Man City are evolving. We don't know what we are going to see this season.
Yes.
And it's likely going to be different
Did
from
you hear
what
what
we
I
have
said
known.
now?
Yeah.
I said they are preparing silently.
He's an humble man. The man is humble.
No, they have humbled him. He was not normally humble.
Let's talk about 3 more teams. We start with the world champions, Chelsea.
Before we go, please, every time you see a Chelsea player, a Chelsea fan, please, well done, sir.
Now,
Okay, just one more.
Okay, well done.
Until they lose to Bolton, Luton, Southampton, Sunderland. Once they lose, all respect.
Luton is Luton, Southampton. You want to all the chin.
So
You want them to do the strong thing.
So okay, right?
For now,
Well done, sir.
Right now, Enzo Maresca would dare not say he's not in the title race this season.
I think
No, he be Chelsea fan, so boom.
rest.
He dare not say he's not in the title race. You know why? His team is a well-oiled machine. Now he knows his team.
Engine the wrong way.
He knows the team. But his biggest problem is how will he translate that team to the pitch is what is very important, because in the Premiership this season, anyone that doesn't start on time will lose the race. You have to know your best 11 as at when due and know when to bring in and when not to bring in. He has and let's pray Power fires on all cylinder at all times. Because I realized one thing, that when he's not playing for Chelsea, Chelsea looks like a very different team. He brings other players into the game. That's one thing I love about him. It's not about him playing. It's his ability to bring the team together. And
So they play through him.
yeah, well, they play through him.
Now, I think you are actually right. You are very right. If Palmer is off, Chelsea is off. And I think that's basically what
Just say
Enzo Maresca addressed. No problem. If they cash Palmer,
And I tell you that one of the best signings Chelsea made this season is Delap, not Joao Pedro. It's Delap. I'll tell you why. Delap makes me think about Rooney. Delap can see that defense. He's not one player that will get the ball and want to cut back. He will come at you. So Chelsea should get their set piece players ready, because they're going to have a lot of set pieces this season. He will just keep.
he's got pace.
He has
he's
pace.
physical.
You
Yeah, he's very
so he's a player that I'm looking forward to seeing him. Michael Jackson is likely going to Newcastle.
Is to somewhere.
To
We
somewhere.
don't know
Then,
yet.
That's Chelsea for you. For us now, Arteta knows it's win or bust this season for him. It's win or bust. That's why they are supporting him. If he says they should go and buy Messi's son, they will give him the money.
Yeah. So finally, they got their striker.
Then for United, they have a front three that will be dangerous.
Congratulations, Manchester United.
Sesko.
Finally, Sesko has arrived.
Sesko, this other guy from
Sesko, Mbeumo, and Cunha.
Cunha. Now, they have a midfield.
No, don't worry. Man, you when they talk Chelsea fans when they talk. Man, you just collect.
See,
we are coming.
For United, they need to sort out their defense.
That's why I was
Simple.
going.
If they can sort out their defense, they can finish the top 5. If
they might. There's no can.
No.
They'll leave can. Na can Pepsi.
I said can. I know what I said too. The Community Shield. Liverpool, Crystal Palace. Owner of Liverpool. I know it's a straight win, right? Yes or no? Yes or no?
It's clear.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Baba, Liverpool, Crystal Palace.
It's crystal clear.
No, they hurry. Wise man talk. He don't tell you now.
Okay,
it's crystal clear
What about
that
you?
they go clear
What
Crystal
about you,
Palace.
please?
Straight win now. Straight
What
win.
about you?
I think the only reason why Eze has not gone to Arsenal is because of that community shield.
Yeah.
After that, Eze might probably
Even
move.
Mateta.
Mateta too may leave.
They might likely leave.
But at the end of the day, I see.
You see what?
I see a tough game.
Every game in England is tough.
Well, for me, I see a Liverpool comfortable win, right?
That's why we're comfortable.
Yes, then the 6th best league in Europe begins this weekend. That's the Dutch league that used to be a beehive of Nigerian players back then. Same with the Jupiter or Jupiter, whatever they call that. Sorry?
Yeah.
The Belgian league, you understand? Yeah. So, Feyenoord is for, our fellow investors. Let us just give you small. Feyenoord versus NAC, brother.
NAC, brother. They go press them like brother.
What about you?
I see Feyenoord coming up.
Feyenoord.
Okay,
win.
good. Then for Sunday, we have AZ Alkmaar versus Groningen.
Alkmaar for me.
Ajax versus one new team they call Telstar.
Ajax for me, but don't go take my. Think first, because investors can sometimes
Ajax love goals.
And especially the first weekend, the opening weekend of the season, sometimes throws in surprises. So always remember to put a cushion as you understand.
So investors, the other leagues that you love, just play over 1.5 or both teams to
for
score.
Opening weekend.
And get back to me on that.
Yeah.
But please don't play more than 10 matches and don't play more than. Okay, don't play less than 10 matches and don't play more than 10 matches and put something substantial, but not your house rent. So, my dear audience, you have been good to us. We appreciate you for what you've done, but we still plead with you. Our YouTube channel is there, our Facebook page is there. Like, follow, and subscribe. And for our darling guests on the show, say shout out to our fans.
First of all, you know that it's been a good show. I actually enjoy myself. I'm always thrilled to be here. But the only reason I can keep coming back is if you continue to like, share, and subscribe. Please tell your friends, family, your uncle, your sister, your aunt, your ex-girlfriend. Tell her to like, share, and subscribe. And then let her share to our new boyfriend. It's okay. We understand. It's a game of exes, expected goals, game average.
So D.
Yeah. From me to you, keep supporting Fantastics. Yeah. We are here for you.
And from the man when gets swag, when gets bobo.
Look, Fantastics family, we appreciate you. Season 2 is packed. We have a lot of packages for you, and from me to you. Our next episode, you are going to get something that will blow your mind, something you have not seen before. After the Community Shield, we are coming back with Captain America Shield, and we are going to take this show to the stratosphere. Until we come back again, stay blessed and have a nice time.
Stay fantastic.